bro.
Peace and love. Peace and love. National District. Harry Town, welcome to the show, my brother.
All right, all right, all right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody. We glad to have
Happy
you
New
guys.
Year, bro.
Happy
What's
New
going
Year,
on, brother?
everybody. Back. The Night Brothers Show is back for the first time, 2025. We're glad to be here. Right now, we got a blank screen, but we're gonna get it together. Here,
We're gonna work it out.
guys.
We're gonna work it out.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot of new changes, a lot of things are going on in the year 2025, and we're just glad that you're here to be a part of it. Natural, how you doing this evening, brother?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Happy New Year to all.
How about
To
you, Kenny?
all.
How about you,
I'm good, brother. How you doing today, man? How y'all doing today?
Kenny?
How you feeling?
Doing well, man. We're glad to be here. Well, listen, man, we got a real good show lined up for you tonight. We're not gonna waste a lot of time. And number one stunner here.
Number
Marvin, Nick, I
one
gotta
stunner.
Hey, Marvin, I'm gonna get you Marvin.
Marvin, Nick, I forgot to call you. I'm so sorry. I forgot
Yeah.
to call you back. I'm so sorry, Marvin.
Don't forget about Marvin Super Bowl, boy. Got your mind squared away tomorrow. Anyway,
Yes.
guys, welcome to the show, Night Brothers Show. First show of 2025. We're excited, man. We got a little bit of a new look. Gonna do some things a little differently this year. We just appreciate you guys rocking with us. Lenny, how you feeling? You in the background, brother? How you doing?
I am well, man. Blessed and what they say, highly favored.
Amen. Glad to hear that. We're good to hear your voice. We'll be seeing your face here shortly. But with that being said, man, let's get moving because we got a lot to cover tonight. Darlene Collins, how you doing?
What's up, Darlene? Welcome back.
Hey,
My
peace and
brother.
love. Natural point of view. And one thing I wanted to, it was a lot going on. I mean, so much going on. But I wanted to start the year correct. And bottom line is, I know some people have already forfeited their goals, and and the whole New Year's thing is over with right now as far as the goals set up. And I want to talk to you about it. You know, they say Quitters Day is coming up, and that's the Friday of the New Year, Friday of January. Called Quitters Day because they say a large proportion of people that set New Year's resolutions and goals quit by the 10th of the new year. Now, I understand that, you know, some people may have already slipped on some of their goals already. You know what I mean? And throw a one in there if you slipped up a little bit. You know what I mean? I can't be the only one that slipped up there already. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it a buck. What the what? So, look, I just want to say, if you did, you know what I mean, and you slipped up, you know what I'm saying, just throw a one in that joint. You know, I'm going to throw my one up already. For real. It wasn't a bad thing. It wasn't a bad situation, but I did. So let's be one, you know, be accountable. So what I want to talk about is a lot of times people set up goals, but let's just set up a system. You know what I mean? A system of changing your habits. It takes about 66 days to change your habits. Whether, you know, when you set up these goals, you got to think about all your aspects of your life. You know, your health, wealth, relationships, self-improvement. If you have any self-improvement goals that you want to, improve yourself. And it's very important that you utilize this, um, what I call reverse engineering your goals. So think about the life you want to live, or where you see yourself in the next year, or next 3 to 5 years. And you set your goals to meet that outcome, to make sure that you become that person that you want to be as far as those goals are concerned. And how important is that is because that breaks it down to a systemic means of you accomplishing it. Um, and a lot of people ask, how do you really just break all of that down? And it's a lot of ways where you can set up your goals and set up the goals for the outcome you want in your life. And such is so important. And they have a set of skills, well, a system called the SMART system. And today we're going to make it even smarter. And the S is for specific. If you're not familiar with the SMART system, look it up after we get off. But the S is for specific. Make your goals specific. The more specific you can make them, it's like a target on the if you're shooting. If it's on that target, you're hitting the target. So as specific as you can make those goals is very important. This could be an entire show for real, but I'm gonna try to make this a little bit faster. Make those goals. The M would be measurable. Make them measurable, a measurable, attainable situation that you can deal with, and you can measure it off. If you're looking for the whole year, you may want to have 3 months. Every 3 months, where you measure those out. There's a book about 12 weeks, a 12-week system of setting goals, and I'll talk about that. Attainable would be your A. Your A is for attainment. Something that, one, you have to believe that it can be done. If you don't believe it can be done, it will not be done. And secondly, it's something that you can do. So you can set up a plan and you can see that it's attainable. Relative and relative, it's got to be, that's realistically your big why. It's going to make you wake up tomorrow morning and go run 5 miles if that's your goal to be, whatever. Or if, whatever that is, or to read in the morning, or to do whatever you need to do to attain that goal. And big thing right here is time. You need to have a time where this goal is going to happen, because the time pushes you. It makes you have to be accountable for what you need to do as far as that's concerned. Now, it's a smart system, but like I said, we're going to make it even smarter. This is a Night Brothers show. That's what we do. We elevate. So evaluate, plan, do, review. This is a big thing for me. After you plan it out, you set your time and you're doing it, review, evaluate. How is this going for you? Is it going faster than expected? Maybe you can push up some things on your days. If it's going a little slower, maybe you need to make some sort of adjustments as far as that's concerned. But you have to evaluate how things are going and how that plays out. And then reward yourself. You did it? Awesome. Set up a reward system where when you get those things done, you can do it. That's what really makes it smarter than ER. But best know that if you don't have goals and you're not writing goals down, you're not going to be as successful as you think you're going to be, or even could be. People that write down their goals are so much more likely to accomplish them because it's constantly in their face, it's constantly on their minds. And people ask, well, how often should I read my goals? Very important. Every day, read them. They say 3 times a day. And people that say that, they have a lot of success when they read them 3 times a day and they write them down every day. And you can count one of the times when you write it down. That's one of the times you're reading it also. So make sure that you read those goals each day. And if you write them down, it's absolutely important. Now, going back to the people that put the one up like me, well, maybe nobody put the one up like me, but it is what it is. And I'm going to tell you what it is. Even if you messed up today, guess what? You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start from here, where you are right now, and change the ending. So it's very important to understand that and wrap it up as such. I'm going to keep it pushing because I know we have a lot to talk about. Yes. But right now, it's so important for you to set those goals and stay on them. Don't beat yourself up if you fall in a second. You can get started with my man Flo. You got something to say.
Thank you again, Artie. Thank you again. Well, listen, folks, we have a couple of guests on tonight. We have, first of all, joining us, we have Apostle Palmer. We're going to get to him in a minute. But also joining us after Apostle Palmer will be the young man, Anthony Hawkins Jr. He'll be joining us in a few minutes as well. But Apostle, how you doing, brother? Good to see you once again, man. How you feeling, brother?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. You know me, I'm feeling good. I'm on the Night Brothers show.
Always a pleasure, man. We just love vibing with you. You know that we absolutely love vibing with you, man. So it's good to have you here. I understand you're down in the warm weather area right now. Even we're going to tell us a little bit. Yeah, what you doing down there, man?
Well, I'm down here in Florida trying to get a little sunshine, but the sun peeled out on us today.
Oh wow, man! Yeah, man.
It's about 40 degrees out here, you know.
Wow, man! You go down there for sunshine and you get none. It gets none.
Right. Little moment to meditate and everything, though. We getting a little meditation in, and trying to redeem the time, trying to get it all in, get it back refreshed, come back in town and keep grinding, helping our communities out and things of that nature. So,
that kind of ties in directly with what we want to talk about next, because I know you guys are so involved in the community, man. You do so much, and we commend you for that. But like I said, we love vibing with you because we want to know right now. But what's vibing at KCC right now? We understand we're hearing rumblings of something you got going on at the end of the month in January. First of all, break it down for us. Tell us what you got going on, man. Then I got a follow-up question for that.
Yeah, so I'm excited, man, because first of all, look, my wife had a dynamic women's conference in December, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the women had a power-packed time. And
wow.
I'm like, look, we can't leave the men out.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Right. So the Lord put on my heart, we gotta rally the men, and us men need healing, ourselves. You know what I mean? We need to be restored and renewed. So so I just started galvanized. We put the conference together and galvanizing the men. So it's just solely men are gonna come. We're gonna just come and pour out to the men. We say let the healing begin. And we're gonna take a holistic approach, deal with every aspect of the man's life.
Okay. Oh, so it's going to be called the Total Men Conference, correct?
Right, the total man. We're gonna deal with every aspect of the man. See, I get that because I said that Jesus paid the full price for the total man. Everything about you. It wasn't just your spirit, man, or whatever, but everything about you, he paid the price for. So that's kind of where that stemmed from. And so we're just coming in and saying, hey, we're taking a holistic approach. We're gonna deal with every aspect, and then I got different speakers that's coming. That's kind of, I guess we can use the word, kind of like experts in those areas. So each speaker gonna cover a different area.
Yeah. Well, you kind of covered up where the concept came from, is because as your awesome wife, Dr. Palmer, she's awesome, and we love her as well. We don't want to leave her out, but she kind of set the table for you to branch this off into the men after her successful women's conference. So, but the concept itself as a whole, what was your real vision, man, for putting this together? And speaking to those particular areas in men's lives that that there's help needed. What kind of brought that to fruition, if you would?
Right. Well, I deal with the community on the whole, and and you get a lot of despondence from men in general when we have different programs. Women come out, primarily women come out and benefit from the programs, but men are more reluctant.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of where this coming. We have our violence interruption program that we have in 2 parts of the county, And so we see how men are a little bit more reluctant to come out to receive and things of that nature. And I said, you know what? If we can get men in a room with just men, and we can just, we can just really let our hair down, like they say, and just, let men release it and know that they're in a safe place, in a safe environment to be able to ask questions, to be able to hear some positive, encouraging direction, and think, because it could be one or two things that can cause somebody to turn their whole life around that they may not have known.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Art, now let
what
me
do you
ask a question for
What are you
Apostle too.
finding that helps? That's bringing people in right now. What are you finding that's a hook that's working for men to come in and really, to talk? What are you finding that's working to pull them in?
Well, I mean, just, even like the video that we were going to show earlier, my barber, I sat down with my barber and we just dialogued whatever, and we have barbershop talk all the time. So it's like, let's bring this. It's like bringing multiple barbershops into one facility.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of like the idea. Let's, we're always talking about different men issues, but let's bring some experts in, because the barber may not be the expert. I may be venting in the chair or whatever, and everybody may have their different opinions or whatever. But let's bring some people who are pretty savvy in different fields for that man. So we're all going to be hearing, good, encouraging direction and things that can really help us. So it may be an area in my life that I'm weak at, or I need help in, and so that whether it's, say for example, we have a subject called the man and his money. It may be something that the financial advisor has that I don't know, that I need to hear.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, but right now, Brother Arden, we have 94 men that are ready.
I'm one.
That was yesterday. I don't even know today. I didn't even get a count today, but we had 94 as of yesterday. I think I told Equavian.
Hey, well, real quick, so we can add to that number. That was definitely one highlight, a different, definitely be talking about a financial aspect to a man's life. What are some of the other highlights that attendees can expect and takeaways from the event that they can build on after the fact?
Right. So it's six topics, if you will. The man and his money, a man and his mind,
okay,
a man and his health, and you guys are big on health.
Yes.
We got a man in his health, a man in his faith, getting them connected to God. We're gonna deal with a man and his family.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We're gonna deal with a man and his community. We got to give back to our community. We got to be in there and help bring healing, because we got a lot of trauma, community trauma. You know what I mean? Social trauma. But if we can pour out to the man and get the man healed, he can help us and help us to heal our community. The government can't do it.
No.
Social service, nobody else. We got to heal from within. So it's different things that I'm gonna leave it to the experts. I'm not teaching. I call in the guys who I think are good on these different topics. You know what I mean? So, and it's not just for church. And I want people to get this. It's not just for church folks.
Yeah.
This is for any man. This is for
any
man.
I love it. And that's really important. I mean, because, mental mindset, I'm a teacher to a student and a student to a teacher. And you can be great at certain things and somebody else is great at certain things. That exchange of knowledge elevates us all. So I know we have one more question coming up. Q,
Yes.
to you.
So once again, Apostle, man, we appreciate you so much, and we just love having you on, and we're looking forward to working with you in the future. Matter of fact, we're going to be there. Some of us are going to try to be there on on the 25th, and to take part in that. We may, if we can pull it off, we may try to podcast from there, but I'm not sure that's going to happen at this point. But we'll see what we can do. I'll get back to you on that. But with that being said, we have something else that's going on. And once again, that's the event. We talked about the panelists are going to be there, but on the 4th Tuesday of this month, we're going to introduce a new segment. The Knight Brothers Show is going to introduce a new segment. It's called the Amen Corner. The panel, what's the 411? The Amen Corner. And right now we have commitments from some folks such as my own pastor, Dr. Mark Wainwright from First Baptist Church of Annapolis, from my pastor, my uncle from Philadelphia, the Reverend Lonnie L. Herndon from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Bishop Coates, and I'm glad to announce right now that you have said that you're going to join us on the panel as well. We're so glad to have you as a panel.
Yeah,
we're excited about that, man. So tell us why you think it's important to be a part of what we're doing here with the Pastors 411 Amen Corner. Tell us how you feel about that.
Yeah, look, I'm excited about it. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I think you got some awesome men of God that's on the panel. And to hear pastors dialogue, and we feed off of each other, our faith, that encouragement, and we're just hoping that that'll spring forth into the community and those the viewers that will be listening and so forth. But it's gonna be a good, healthy, funny, jubilant discussion. So
yes.
And look, and I like to keep it real. I like to.
Keep it real. That's why we want it.
Look, I love Jesus, but I ain't that church. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And the goal and the objective is to talk about all things. The goal and the objectives is we want to have a well-rounded conversation. There's no topic that's going to be out of bounds, basically. We want to be able to talk about everything. And lots of things from a biblical perspective, but we want to be able to talk about so many things. All right, I'm going to shoot it to you.
One more thing. I just want to make sure people understand how they sign up for this. So if you can let them know how to reach out to you, how to sign up, how to get there, and where to go once again, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to just tell them.
Where the event's going to be all the time. Yeah.
So let me just say this. Our goal was 100 men. We already had 94. I don't know today. It may even be past 100 right now. What I want to say is lunch is provided.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Lunch is provided. That's on me. That's on the house. We do have VIP seating for $49. But the conference itself is free unless you want a VIP seating. You get a little special things for the VIP. There's a special session as well, what we call the man cave session for VIP. I think we have like 5 or 6 left seating for that. But it's simple, Brother Art. They could just on Facebook. They could just DM me, hit my message up, and I'll send them the link to register. Now we want you to register because, like I said, lunch is on me, so I need a good head count.
I understand, brother. The plate stalls. I need to know.
See what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So and look, and brother Q, my wife is committed to even making some of her homemade chili.
Oh. I'm in.
That's just
Dr. Plummer, I'm in. Hold me a bone.
Yeah, that's
the crowd is coming.
We got other stuff, we got other stuff for you, but that's an added plus.
Yeah, I'm in. Count me in.
For her to show her support for men's restoration and healing and blessing and so forth. So she's invested in this as well. But yeah, so it's simple. They can on Facebook, if they can message me, DM me or whatever they call it, and I'll get the registration link
Could you give the time for the event and location one more time? Time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's Saturday, January 25th, and it begins promptly at 10 o'clock a.m. And it's at 952 Annapolis Road in Gambrels, Maryland. All right, Gambrels, Maryland. So that's West County.
All right, but we looking forward to it. Well, like I said, I'm definitely going to be in the house, and we're going to see if we can work something out where we can even go live from it if possible. We'll have to check on that. And then we're looking forward to having you on the 4th Tuesday of this month. We're looking forward to having you on. Always a pleasure, man. Just like I said, love vibing with you, man. You're just one of our favorite guests. And we just thank you for taking time to share with us from Florida tonight, man. And we'll see you. We're pretty see you pretty soon. Hopefully it'll warm up down there for you. All right?
Yes. Stay warm in Florida, brother.
Hey, look, I'm believing tomorrow's gonna be warm. I might take a picture with that sign out, and I'm gonna send it to y'all.
All right, brother.
You gotta be warm by 11 a.m.
Okay.
Hey, love you guys, man. Appreciate you being on this, allowing me to be on the show and allowing me to share what we got going on, man. God bless both of you. Love you, and I'll see you guys for the new show and also for the Total Man Conference. God bless you.
God bless you. All right, talk to you soon.
God bless you, brother.
Peace and love.
All right, we want to thank Apostle Palmer for joining us, but right now we got another guest in the house, man, and we thank him for his patience. But coming on to join us now is a young man from the area who's got just a great future ahead of him. And Kenny, I'm gonna ask you to introduce this young man right now as we bring him on board. Bring him on in, Lenny, if you could. Bring him out of the green room.
All right. Well, I just wanted to run a little bit of his video before we bring him on. What you're viewing right here is a dynamic young athlete out of the Annapolis area. He attended Broadneck High School. When you see the little white circle, just follow that player, number 5. See it circled over there? Just watch the plays he makes as a defensive back. Bam! Deflected the ball away.
He's balling out, natural.
Watch him right here. Watch him right here. Watch him right here. Boom! You ain't catching that ball. Watch him right here. Watch him right here. Quarterback throwing it. He's like, no, you ain't catching that on me.
I like that. I like that.
So if you guys know anything about, and Kenny, you know about defensive backs, man. It's one of the hardest positions to play in football.
Yes,
you kind of on your own.
He looked like he locking them down. He looked like he locking them down.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, look, we're gonna get a couple more clips, and Armand, you might have to follow up and bring this guy back on. Look at number 5 with the yellow shirt on. Watch him. Watch him. Look at him. He got the wide receiver in motion. Check him out. Check him out. No!
Nothing. Good job, man.
Read the quarterback lies.
Watch this one. Watch this one.
Yes, sir.
He's like, get that up out of here. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. The quarterback tell you where he's throwing it. You just got to look.
Watch it. He can hit, too. He can hit. Bam! Boy, it's one thing to be able to defend, but to come up and stop the run, too, is absolutely amazing. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring on our second guest for tonight.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Anthony Hawkins. Y'all get a young man some love, man. It's a young man doing great things. And we're going to tell you all about it. But fellas, y'all take it from there. Go ahead.
What's going on, little Hawk? How you doing, brother? How you doing, man?
What's up?
All right, man. Thank you for being patient, waiting for us. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. Look, man. First of all, we just want to say we thank you for joining us tonight, and we're so proud of your accomplishments. But we know there's so much more coming. And with that being said, we're gonna get started. And Kenny and Art, why don't y'all introduce yourselves and say hello to my brother before we get started?
Absolutely. What's up, young brother?
What's up? Chilling.
Man, I like the one-on-one. That one-on-one open field tackle, that is one of the hardest things to do in football. People don't realize that. It's just you and him. That's a good job, brother. Good job, my brother.
Good job.
I mean, you position in and out. So, you know what I mean? That's the position. Being out there on that island.
Yes, sir.
So
you're right about that, Art. You're right about that, Art.
Before we go further, though, I just want to read some of these accomplishments that's on the screen, and I paused the screen. Anthony in 2021 was named Anne Arundel County's and the All-State Honorable Mention. Helped this team to the Anne Arundel County's championship And if that wasn't enough, in 2022, Hawkins earned accolades for first team All-State defense, first team All-Met. All-Met is the region-wide.
Wow.
First team All-County honors, and being named Washington's second team All-Met team, won both Anne Arundel County Championship and the regional championship in stunning fashion. So this who's on as the guest for tonight. So that y'all know a little bit background, and I'll let y'all pick it up from there.
Hey, just y'all know already. You already know he ain't on here. If he was a scrub, he wouldn't be here. You know, we only got champions here. That's it. And just, flat out, man, we appreciate your presence, man. I know your family, too. I'm going to we're going to build on that later. But for sure, man, we appreciate your presence, man. So tell us, how, your upbringing, where you were raised, family, early school, high school, and, even to prep school and, that whole transition. I know it's a long question, very open-ended, but, just kind of let us know, how you came to be the young man we have here.
My mom, I live with my mom, so we bounced around a little bit when we was younger. Throughout like elementary and middle school, I went to Savannah Park, but when I got to high school, my dad lives right behind the high school, so we in Cape Sinclair. So I've been going there since freshman year. Lived there. Was on JV freshman and sophomore year, but senior year, I guess it's like when I kind of pop, made a name and whatnot, and went to prep school after my senior year in Connecticut. Basically like reclassed because my birthday, I have a late birthday, so we thought that would be the best option for me, considering I was younger than everybody in the grade. So right now, I guess you could say I'm in like my true grade. And yeah.
I see what you're saying. Indeed. So when you transferred to prep school, what made you choose that particular prep school, and what did you find? How did you find you grew that year? In what way?
So yeah, it was new, but they kind of reached out to us, my family and I. I didn't know too much about it. I didn't know anything about them actually, but they were on board with like the whole reclassifying. Like they're real fond in that. So they told me what to do basically, and I just went along with it. Like I trusted them. So their coach, his name Coach Spin, he's a great coach. He took me in with open arms. So I went up there for not even a year, like 8 months maybe. Went up there in August, and then we graduated from there. Had to graduate again in like May, something like that. I think it was sometime in the spring. But during that season, I mean, I knew it was gonna be like a fresh start. But I mean, I knew what I could do. I knew what I was capable of. So, and I mean, they knew, like I already knew I was gonna go in there and start. I just had to do myself like I've already been doing, I guess.
So what was it like being in a different environment for you like that? We're in Connecticut, because my friend lives in Connecticut, is from Connecticut, and I know it can be cold up there. How was it there? How was your adjustment there going there from a weather perspective?
From a weather perspective, I mean, it was cold, but like it was annoying. It would rain all the time. It rained probably we had 12 games, I think. It probably rained like 10 out of 12 of them. It was annoying. I mean,
Wow.
So it rained a lot, and then like it would be like one day I sent a picture of it was like, I don't even know, but I sent a picture of the snow out one day. I was like, dang, it was like mid-spring. And then my dad was like, it's 50 degrees out here and it's snowing out there. And I was like, damn, so, I mean, it took a little to get used to it. But then everything else came easy, bro, after a while.
Okay. All right.
That's definitely accurate. I actually lived in Connecticut for 6 months, and that weather there is crazy. But first of all, before I ask you my question, I have a question I want to ask you. As a safety, what comes across your mind? That running back catches a swing pass out of the backfield. It's you and him, one-on-one. What is your mindset?
I gotta kill him.
Yes, sir. That's John, baby. What?
That's
Talk
what
to
I was
us.
looking for.
Talk
That's
to
the
us.
answer I was looking for, brother. That was the answer I was looking for. But my question is, first of all, what made you choose the University of Villanova, and how did your first season go?
I chose it because they has great both academics and football program there. They're a winning program. I wouldn't go nowhere. I wouldn't want to go anywhere that's losing. Great coaches. They brought me in with open arms, just like how the coach did at Chicago, Connecticut. But and then it's like I said, it's close to home. Great academics too. That's always a key part to it.
That's I mean, young brother, that's you putting a smile on my face because that's the answer I wanted to hear. When you said the first thing out of your mouth was academics. Yes. I have a young son. He's a senior in high school. He's playing in Olympia down in Florida, and that's where he got a couple of offers. And that's the same thing I'm trying to preach to him. The first thing is academics. But what were some of your biggest lessons and some of your biggest challenges on and off the field as a freshman? I know it's hard for a freshman, and they break you in and all that. Give us a little insight on that.
Yeah, so my freshman, I redshirted. I appeared in 4 games, which is the max. Like anywhere after that, I would break it. So, yeah, but it was only on special teams. So I mean, of course I came in wanting to play. That wasn't the outcome that I wanted, but I mean I take it as a lesson. I mean not as a lesson, but like as a stepping stone, like just learning from that. I was down with the scout team going against the ones. So I mean I definitely enhanced my skills. Took that, like I made the best out of that. Going against the ones, getting the reps against the ones, and I think that our receivers and running backs, just everybody on the offense was really good. So that made me better. I got to work my tech every day going against them.
That's awesome, brother. Just talking to you, just asking those 2 questions, I can see your mindset is already there, brother. You are going to be successful. Keep driving and keep pushing it. What you do, for real.
Thank you.
Big brother, who has a question for you?
Yeah. Well, like you said, you did redshirt this year, and I know the rules allow you to play in 4 games and still keep your eligibility, all 4 years of eligibility, which I think is a great thing. So good that you got a taste. It was like you get a taste of what the college football life is like without having to earn a whole year. So that leaves you with 4 years of eligibility. So what kind of influences did your coaches and your teammates, you talked about the development by being on a scout team. What kind of influences did they have? Did they have particular things they wanted you to work on, like such as getting stronger, that type of thing, or grasping the defense better, those type of things? Talk to us about that a little bit if you could.
Yeah, so I mean, in the beginning of the year, like during the camp, my coach like sat us all down one by one, and basically in our conversation, like in our little session or whatever, he just talked to me about, because we had 2 6 years, or no, 2 6 years, and then three seniors in the back end. So like,
oh wow, experienced guys.
Yeah, wow. Oh yeah, and they're all gone now. We just graduated, we just graduated 5 DBs, so the role is wide open now this year. But him telling, like in the beginning of the year, like I knew that, he knew that, so he told me like take it as like don't take it the wrong way, but like go down the scout team, do what you got to do to improve and basically just keep working down there, work your tech, like I said I was. I wouldn't be running, like we run the defenses that that our offense is going to go against. So I wasn't in our playbook for like a good 2 months down there on the scout team, but I mean like during film and whatnot, you gotta stay locked in. I was locked into that, so I feel like if I was ever thrown in there, which I was thrown in there for like three plays at the end of the game. But I mean, we got all base calls, but I feel like I knew what I feel like I could go out there and perform and get all the checks down and do what I had to do, and that I just gotta grow off that and just continue to apply that to next year.
Well, you guys had a good season too. I understand that you finished up and you made it to your division playoffs and had a really pretty good season. And Villanova is a pretty good team at the FCS level. FCS
Yes,
level?
yeah.
Yeah. You guys, so tell us, you made it to the playoffs, and you even had a chance to come home because you guys played against the University of Maryland last season as well, I think, correct?
Yeah, that was dope. So I mean, being a part of a winning environment is always good. I tried to stay. I mean, I stayed intact with the team, no matter like some people like get down on themselves because they're playing scouts and they're redshirting. But I stayed intact with the team. I stayed committed because I know we have a standard to uphold, and either no matter what it is you may be doing or like your role in the team is. But I mean, I definitely pushed myself to just be better every day until today, and that's why we were a playoff team.
Well, listen, man, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. Anthony, we want to know a little bit more about you, man. First of all, who is your favorite NFL squad? First of all, who's your favorite NFL squad?
I like the Packers because that was the first football game I've ever saw.
Green Bay
Super
Packers,
Bowl.
so you're a Packer fan. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So my follow-up for that, right now, just looking at how the playoffs, and the Packers are in the playoffs,
Yeah.
who do you think is the favorite for the Super Bowl right now? What two teams do you think are going to make it to the Super Bowl at this point?
I like us or the Ravens.
Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about. All right. The Ravens, okay. Packers against the Ravens. That would be a beautiful Super Bowl. That would be sweet. That would be
He said you got a concussion, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is a great question. I can't wait to ask you this question. Who is your favorite defensive back? I'm going to ask you two sets. Who is your favorite professional defensive back, and who is your favorite college defensive back presently?
My favorite professional D-back, I would say like Kyle Hamilton. His range is crazy.
Whoa,
like just
you're talking that.
He's a ball hawk. But then Kyle is like
off, baby.
What about
I
college?
say myself.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And who do you model your game after? College or pro?
I don't really. My dad told me everything I know. He was my first coach ever, so it's like
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. Let me ask you one more question. What do you think about Shiloh?
Shiloh
Sanders.
I like him. He's a little undersized, but I mean, I still like him. He's gritty, and he know the game inside out.
Yeah. He's been around the game.
He's a hard hitter. Yeah, heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Heavy hitter.
He like to get dirty.
I like that.
I like that. Bro, I love your answers, bro. All right, what you got for the brother?
Hey, now who you picking for the college playoffs? Notre Dame, Penn State, Texas, Ohio State. Who you got?
Honestly, I would say Texas or Ohio State. Whoever wins that game.
Okay. Between Texas,
Ohio State.
Yeah. Whoever wins that Texas or Ohio State game.
That's who you think will win it all. But that's gonna be that game is on Friday night. Notre Dame and Penn State is Thursday, and Ohio State and Texas is on Friday. I think that's correct.
Yeah.
So, and then the two winners of those two games play. That sounds like a good one.
Notre Dame, Ohio State.
Yeah.
What's your goal for the summer, as far as training? And what are your goals in reference to training this summer, and where do you see yourself coming into the next season, size wise, and what else you feel like you're working on to develop?
So I've been like a constant 190, 195 all year. I'm trying to break 200 by the beginning of this year, by the summer. Honestly, or probably, to be honest, by like the end of the winter. So, but this summer we don't get much of a summer. We probably get like 2 weeks. Like our winter break, like what I'm on now is our summer really. That's the longest break we get aside from football.
Q, ask him who his uncle is.
Who's your uncle, man? Tell us who your uncle is. Somebody wants to know who your uncle is.
I got a few. Traco? You talking about Traco?
Yeah!
You know Traco, a Commander fan, right?
Draco's a good friend of ours, and he's a Commanders fan. He's a Stone Cold Commanders fan. And also your other Carlos, he and I hang out a lot too. So I know your family, and I know your mom Sandy as well. So I do know some of your family.
Wow, I didn't know Draco was your uncle.
Yep.
Wow.
I have a question from the audience. The question from the audience comes from this guy's name is Armand Wallace. He has a show called Legends from the Past and the Future. And I know he would love to have you on as a guest too, so you can we'll hook you up to connection with him. But his question is, what is your time in the 40? And for those that don't know what that is, that's the 40-yard dash. They measure time to see how fast players are.
I haven't ran a time 40 since my junior year, but it was a 4.62 maybe. I think it was.
At safety, that's great, and particularly as a junior in high school, that's a pretty good
time.
No,
it could be better, but like at the time, I feel like that was. But I haven't ran a time 40 in forever.
So do you feel that's your natural position, free safety?
Yeah, I always wanted to be a receiver just because it's cooler. I like playing safety.
That's what's up.
Well, you know what? And safety and you can catch is a good thing because generally people have that position and they hella athletes, but they ain't got no hands.
Yeah.
You got hands.
You got hands.
Talk to him now. Talk to him.
No, I'm just telling you, as a coach, looking at it, a lot of times, you would love for that person to have been a receiver, but you couldn't catch, you couldn't count on them catching, but they were athletic to knock some stuff down. But if you got hands and you can catch it, and then, like I said, you got some wheels afterwards, boy, you got nickname Big Six, baby. You know what I'm saying? The Big Six in the mix. So
well, Anthony, man,
man,
Lenny had something to add?
No.
Yes, sir, brother.
No, I wanted to thank you.
Talking to you tonight, you have your head on straight. You have everything going for you. Just keep it that way. Keep your head on. There's going to be a lot of challenges coming in the future as you progress in your career and in school and life and in football as well. Keep your head on, brother. Proud of you. Of course.
Keep going.
Anthony, we're going to get you hooked up. We're going to try to get you on the Legends of the Past and Future show in the future, and we'll have you back here as well because we want to follow your progress as you move into the next year, and maybe a more prominent role as as a redshirt freshman at Villanova University. Thank you for the time tonight, man. We appreciate it, and I'll be in touch soon, and we'll talk soon. And
the audience, drop a one in the chat group, everybody, just to show your appreciation for Anthony.
Hey, man. They say, like, with more success, you're going to have more voices in your head. All I say is just be wise on who you listen to. Stay focused on, what your parents are telling you because they're telling you the stuff to get you here. And that's going to keep you moving forward. So
make your own decision.
Bless you and your family, for sure.
All right, fellas, we're going to move on to the NFL playoffs real fast. The playoffs are here, and it's exciting this year because the playoffs have a local flavor this year. And there's one person on this panel who's not so thrilled about the playoffs this year. And that's
we got a bum-ass team, that's all.
That's why I didn't take it there.
It's all good. It's all good. They're talking about me, artists. They're talking about me and my Cowboys. Yes, they are. It's okay.
On the side of it.
It's okay.
Before we jump into that, man, I just really love that young man's demeanor and his poise and his calmness and demeanor.
Yes.
Just really just shout out great things.
And the first thing he said, the question I asked him was academics. That did it for me because that's where he needs absolutely.
Absolutely. So somebody said drop Kenny.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
We'll talk about that later. That's okay.
Here we go, y'all. So, audience, this is an audience participation moment of the show. We, at the beginning of the football year, on one of the shows, we all publicly broadcasted what our thoughts were. I was going to go back and get that footage and show it to everybody. But I wanted to spare I wanted to spare us all. Look, nobody knew what the future was going to bring.
I did. I told you that.
You did. Okay.
I told you that Washington and I told you Pittsburgh and I told you Ravens. All three of them in the playoffs. Kenny, you only picked one team and you lost on the one team. Damn, Kenny.
Oh, stop
Kenny.
it. Stop it now. Stop it, Hardy. Stop it.
Margaret got your back, Kenny. She said just keep on being a Cowboys fan. That's
for life. Body blows tonight, boy. You hit it with body
all right,
blows,
so look, we're gonna before we get out of here, we're gonna shift to the playoffs, and we need y'all's participation, audience. So quickly around the horn, and this question is for you, audience, too. So just type them in the chat group, and we'll throw them up on the screen. Which three teams had the most disappointing season in 2024, and why? The three teams that you was like, damn, I didn't expect that. You know, Arden, what say you? Any three, or you might be just one, you know?
Dallas was extremely disappointing. Wouldn't you say, Kenny?
Oh, come on.
Dallas was very disappointing. I said that before the season because we didn't make any move. Yes, but go ahead.
I was just saying that was disappointing. I thought it was disappointing.
Yeah, they were very disappointing. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I got only. Go ahead. Now you finish now.
Go ahead,
that's what I was gonna say. The Jets. Oh man,
yeah, that's my team. I had the Jets. My Jets is my pick for the most disappointing team. The Jets, New York Jets. There was a lot of buildup around their quarterback and them, possibly doing something and winning and being in first place, and they sucked this year. So that's my most disappointing team, the New York Jets.
They did.
I agree. My three most disappointing were, of course, my Cowboys. But I if you follow me on Facebook, you would have seen that I said that because we didn't make any moves. All we did was bring Ezekiel back, and he's not even part of the team anymore. My second team was disappointing with the 49ers. I expected more.
Yeah.
I expected more. And just like my brother said with the Jets, I thought the Jets would be something in the AFC. They are trash. So those are my three.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
It was something, all right.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on all of those, Kenny. Like the 49ers,
Great.
man. They usually are perennial
What happened?
power, and they just really didn't do anything. I'll tell you what I was disappointed with is I was disappointed in the way that the New England Patriots fired their first-year coach. Like, and it was a brother. Maybe because it was a brother, I'm just kind of being partial. But they gave the guy 1 year, he was out of there. They fired him. I don't understand it. But that's not the question. I'm just venting, so let me keep it moving. Next question on the playoffs, y'all.
Yes.
This weekend, and that's the screen right there. What gives you the best? What gives us the best chance for an upset victory? Which teams?
Put it back up. Put it back up, Lenny.
Which team during this wild card weekend? Let me get it back there. Which team during this wild card weekend you think might come out with a surprise victory?
Okay. Kenny, you go first, Kenny. You go first.
I'm going to say, God, the Packers are playing the Eagles?
Packers versus Eagles, right.
Yep.
Keep your eye on that one.
Yep.
Keep your eye on that one. That might be the biggest one of all of them. Keep your eye
on
that.
I second that. That was my pick as well.
Packers over the Eagles.
Yep, that's my pick as well.
Somebody said, let me see. Orlando Mako Lodi. What's up, Lodi? Lodi said, Lodi, I guess you agree with me on the fact that they fired the guy in the Patriots. I just didn't understand that, Lodi. But Lodi also says he think that the Rams could be a surprise winner this weekend.
Well, the Rams are favorite because they're the high seed. But Minnesota, I'm not sold on. I know they had a great year, but I'm not sold on Sam Darnold, the quarterback from Minnesota. I'm not sure. I'm just not sold on him being a primetime player. But we shall see. But that should be an interesting game as well.
And I would be surprised. Here's my part two. I would be surprised if the what are they called this week? The Commodores, Commanders, Redskins, whatever they're called this week.
The Washington football team, all of the above.
All the above. I would be surprised if they go to Tampa, Florida, and beat Tampa. I think Tampa will beat the brakes off them. Tampa's going to really expose them.
I'm not. I think Washington is going to win that game. I don't
know.
I'm rooting for Washington.
So am I.
I'm just, I know they talk about. I'm rooting.
I'm gonna let the audience answer for me. I'm not even gonna respond. I'm gonna let the audience respond on my.
Man, I do want to ask about this game. How do you guys feel?
I hate to say it, but the Broncos might, you know what I mean, do it. It's just, one of them weekends, Yeah.
Well, Arden, how do you feel about Pittsburgh turning right around and coming right back to Baltimore again on Saturday night? They were there a few weeks ago and lost that game, and coming right back again and facing Baltimore again. And hold on, Arden. Baltimore's been on a bit of a heater, having won 4 in a row, and Pittsburgh has been on a been in a tailspin, having lost 4 in a row.
But it's going to be 5 in a row.
But Mike Tomlin is a good coach, and he's the type who can rally the troops. How do you feel? How do you guys feel about that game Saturday night? That's going to be 8 p.m.
How many they lost in a row, E?
4 in a row.
They lost 4. It's going to be 5.
You saying the same thing?
It's going to be 5.
I'm going to say this much.
They're going to be in the same.
I know.
Huh? Can I
Baltimore is like a 9-point favorite right now. They're a 9-point favorite. I think it's going to be a closer game than that because those two teams know each other so well.
I'm going to go out on a limb. And I know we only picking this week's wild card, so we're going to pick each week as we go. But I'm going to go out on a limb and he just fast forward ahead and say Lamar.
No, leave it alone. Leave it alone, Lanny. Leave it alone.
Say what you want to say.
Lamar is fed up and he ain't taking no more. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, leave it. Let's leave it for next week.
All right, look. Here we go, y'all. So wild card winners, AFC. We got 3 games. Let me see if I got the schedule right here. Here goes the schedule right here. The schedule is
it's actually 3 games. 3 games each day. I mean, each
3 games each conference. All right.
Yeah.
So we got Texans versus the Chargers. Who's winning that?
Chargers. Texans have been horrible. Chargers.
I'm going to go with the Chargers, too. Arden, who you say?
Oh, shoot, that's in the air because Texas could kind of rally the troops now. Who's healthy now?
Nobody.
They're getting some people back.
Nobody's healthy. Everybody hurt this time.
They're getting some people back.
But yeah, they're relatively healthy though, Arden, and they're playing in Houston. They are playing in Houston as well. I want you to know that much.
That's why I said Texans.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm with you.
How about Ravens Steelers? I'm going with the Ravens.
Number 5.
Well, I think it's going to be a closer game than people anticipate, but I'm going with the Ravens.
Broncos, Buffalo. This is a very interesting game.
I'm going with the Broncos because I just think it's going to upset. And I like New York, but I think they're going to get upset.
Arden, that game right there you just picked, that's another one I think is going to be closer than people think. I still like Buffalo, but I think that game is going to be very close. I think it's going to be very close. Yeah.
All right. What's up, Warren? All right, here we go. NFC. Vikings versus the Rams. And now Lodi said he likes the Rams. And but even though the Rams are a higher seed, they really have a worse record, and the Vikings had a hell of a year. I'm picking the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with the Vikings too. That's a tough one. I'm gonna rock with the Vikings, Lodi.
Well, I'm rocking with Lodi. Me and Lodi rocking together. I'm going with the Rams because I don't believe in Sam Darnold. I don't believe in the quarterback from Minnesota. I don't believe in it.
Well, I'm going with Spar Road, baby. You know what I mean? Straight up, we're going to Rams, baby. I mean, not Rams. I'm sorry. The Rams. Excuse me.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Warren likes the Bills. Lodi also likes the Chargers. All right, Washington, Tampa Bay. Obviously, I'm going with the Command Nation, baby.
Washington. Tampa Bay's dangerous as shit, but Washington, I'm going with the Washington.
Me too. I'm Washington. I'm with Washington.
I would love to see Washington. How great would it be if Washington played if Washington and the Ravens made it to the Super Bowl? How great would that be?
That would be awesome for the DMV. That would be bananas.
Like you said.
Pipe dreaming, but anyway.
One big DMV. One big party.
All right, and this one, somebody picked this upset already. Green Bay goes to Philadelphia to Lincoln Field. I think that's what it's called, Lincoln Field, right?
That's my upset special.
And Jalen Hurts, is he still hurt or what? What's the deal?
Well, he was in concussion protocol, but I think he's going to play. But whether he plays or not, I still like Green Bay in this one. Fully upset. Okay. And I know my family in Philly not gonna love me for this one. My family in Philly probably gonna be upset when it's this one, but I'm going with Green Bay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, look, y'all, that wraps another great week. First show of the year, 2025. This marks our, what is this, the 5th year we've been on the air, Q? Fifth year. And this is going to be a very good year, y'all. Before we get off the air, I just want to let everybody know, next week, we got another banging guest. We got our boy coming on next week. Guess who's going to be with us next week, bruh? None other than C-Man. C-Man going to be in the house with us next week. And C-Man, for y'all, everybody knows C-Man. C-Man, awesome musician, awesome guy, first of all, awesome human being. But C-Man is also playing with the old school group New Birth.
New Birth, yeah.
New Birth that has Wildflower and all of those hits. Well, he's going to bring some of the members of New Birth on with him next week. So y'all don't want to miss that show. It's going to be another fire show.
Yes, sir.
New Birth always was dope.
Yeah, let her cry. I'm crying now.
Y'all know C-Man is a drummer, but I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret about this. C-Man, not only is he with New Birth, C-Man is taking the role as a vocalist with New Birth. Vocalist. Oh yeah. So we're gonna talk about all of that next week. Matter of fact, I'll be in touch with him tomorrow, and we're gonna tie up all the loose ends for that. But he'll be joining us next week. And we're going to have another next week, guys. So until next week, we're going to wrap it up, man. Once again, Happy New Year to you guys. We love you. Don't forget about Legends of the Future show tomorrow night with their first show of the year. The scheduled guest is Mr. Wayne Gerald. And also, I want to remember this, that the Legends of the Future has a special program that's going to be a special event that's going to be coming up, and we'll be talking about that. They'll be talking about it tomorrow night.
It's a live event in March. You don't want to miss it. We'll be part of it in many ways.
Yeah.
And
KBS will be there.
Yes,
KBS
indeed.
is going to be a part of that, and we're gonna be promoting that starting next week. The event is going to be a thank you event, and it's going to be on March 22nd, and it's going to be at the Family Life Center, Mount Island Family Life Center. He'll talk about it tomorrow night. We'll talk more about it next week. Until then,
all right, y'all.
Bless, man. Talk to y'all next week.
Y'all. Great show. Thank y'all for joining again. Good night, folks.